Have you ever heard the phrase, God works in mysterious ways? Yeah, I think we've all heard it, that God works in mysterious ways. But the question is that I want you to think about to start this new story off with is, how have you seen God work in mysterious ways? What have you seen? Now hold that thought, and when we pause the video a little bit later, you can talk about it. Today we're going to talk about a girl named Ruth and how God used her in a mysterious way, but for a really big purpose, and how the outcome of how God used her was used in a mighty way that led us to Jesus. So it's really kind of a great story. So what I want you to do right now is to pause the video, read this short passage, answer these few questions, and also discuss about how you've seen God work in mysterious ways. All right, pause the video now, and when you're done, press play. Now, the cool thing about Ruth is that she was not an Israelite. She was completely separate from the Israelites, so she had not known God in that way like all the Israelites had. But God used her to marry Boaz, and through their offspring, they had David, the king of Israel. And through David, ultimately led to Jesus, who is the Savior of the world. And the cool thing about Ruth is that she wasn't an Israelite. She wasn't a Jewish person like all the other people. So she had no heritage to the Jewish people until she married Boaz. But God brought them together to unite in marriage, which ultimately led to Jesus, and then Jesus became available to everybody, not just the Jewish people, but the Gentiles and everybody else, that Jesus is available and Savior to all. So God used Ruth in a very mysterious way. She was not an Israelite. She was someone completely different, but God used her for a mighty way. How have you seen God work in mysterious ways? Again, share your stories below. I would love to hear how you have seen personally God use things mysteriously to come up with a greater purpose. Because again, ultimately, the bottom line is God is always working for a mighty purpose. We may not always see it, and it may be mysterious at times, but God is always working, and there is a great purpose behind everything He's doing. So keep that in mind today and be encouraged that God is always working. All right, everyone, well, I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next time for an all-new story.